Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Finding the Roots. I'm Elias. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite crystals. And for those of you who followed me back when I was Elias K93, you know that all of my crystals could fit in this box right here. I wish I could say that we're still true, but to be honest with you, I don't even know where all my crystals are. A lot are in this box. The majority are in this box. But the rest of them are on random shelves, inside of random pouches with tarot cards, on altars. They're everywhere. They're serving their purpose, and they're keeping the house standing. But I remember there was a day when they all stood here. But I'm gonna start with some of my larger. Ooh, see what I mean by on shelves? Almost forgot my selenite. My larger pieces. This is Amethyst. She does not have a name, but she is a female, and she stays with me when I do tarot cards, and runes, and oracles. I'm actually going to be reading at a psychic fair next weekend, and she's definitely coming with me. She's just very calming. She's very solid. She's not as heavy as you'd think she would be, though, but she's very solid. I love how she has so many different facets. You look in one and it's so dark and misty. You look in one and you can see straight through. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's purple, sometimes it has a little blue in it. She's just so beautiful. Like, see how foggy it is up there, and it's so smooth, but then over here in this rough section, it's so polished and you can see through. Over here it's rough, you can't see through. Over here it's polished and you can see perfectly in it. It's such a beautiful one, and I just love it to death. This is my selenite wand. I don't know how this one survived as long as it did, because I left it outside to charge under the full moon and it rained and it's still here. I remember when I first got this one, it was giving me splinters, like little selenite splinters that would hurt, and oh, I don't know if I got them all out. Might have them coursing through my veins right now, giving me an extra boost. But this one is so beautiful. It's so... I wish I use it more than I really do. It just sits on a shelf and I guess absorbs energy. I find selenite helps absorb negative energy as well as change it into positive energy and send it out. These are my 3 crystal balls. This was my first. It's made out of white calcite, and I used it for scrying for a wee bit, but it was kind of, there's little crackles inside of it, so I always kind of got distracted by there. I felt it was kind of flawed. And then it fell, and it got cracked, but it didn't break completely. It hit right there where that big part is, and it just, like, cracked entirely around the bottom. I can feel, like, where if I wanted to stick a needle in there, I could probably make it 2 pieces, but I'm being as gentle with it as I can. This was the second one I got. I have no idea what this is. I want to say obsidian, maybe. It has little things where it'll shine pretty in the light, like every now and again. Let's see if I can make one shine at you. There was one up there, where there'll be like a silvery, glistening part in there. I'm honestly not sure what this is. All I know is I use it for absorbing negative energy, and I use this for sending out positive. I use it for full moon and dark moon. This is the one that I like for scrying, even though I am not best at scrying. This one, it called to me in the shop. I looked at it, and I said, "What's that?" And the shop lady came over and said, "Oh, I knew this was for someone, I just didn't know it was for you." She said, "A man came in the other day looking at it. He picked it up, he shuddered, and he put it back down." She says she knew it wasn't going to be around for long, she just didn't know who was going to take it. And I said, "It's such a pretty color." And she says, "Honey, it's clear." And I said, "No, it's blue." And that's all I see when I look at it. I see blue. It changes. I was holding it in my hand at the shop, and it kind of had a reddish tinge to it. And then it had an orangey tinge to it. It changes. It's clear right now. Right now it's completely clear, and I can see my flesh color through it. And who knows what you can see. But when I set it down, it's blue. It's opalite is what we think. We're not entirely sure what it is, because it has that bluish, yellowy something going on in there. We kind of decided it must be opalite. These here are my elemental ritual things that I like to use. As I mentioned in my Goddess and God representation video, I use Moonstone and Jade for my Goddess and God. This is the Jade, and this is the Moonstone. Can you see the Moonstone, or is it blending into my skin color? Because I know it gets lost in this camera lighting. I really love these stones. They're so small, and they can fit in like a little neck pouch. Then these are my 5 elements. I have onyx for earth, sodalite for water, red jasper for fire, citrine for air. They were supposed to float, it was air. And then clear quartz for spirit. And I don't know how much time I have left in this video, because this is a newish channel, so I can't record for like 30 minutes like I could on Elias K93. But I'm going to take you briefly through this box. Okay. Air, fire, water, earth, spirit. 5 little sections in there. This is not a crystal. This is part of my wand. When I got the part for my wand, this is my wand now. I wanted it to be that long, from your wrist to your elbow, and I sawed off the end of it to make it better. So I kept that in there because, hey, it's part of my wand. I feel it should be part of my life. Here's some tiger's eye, one of my favorites. I've never seen tiger's eye this beautiful before. I'll look at tiger's eye now in shops, and it'll never be that pretty. Here's my lapis lazuli. Here's my, which I've been using this in a crystal grid lately for healing for someone really close to me. Fluorite. I never really found a use for this little fluorite point, but I love it now because it's really helped. This is not really a crystal. I believe it's glass, but it's really pretty, so it stays in there. Here's a little hunk of selenite that I tried to melt because I wanted selenite-y water. Didn't work. Left it in there for like a week. Didn't work. Here's my first amethyst point, and here's my first quartz point. We're in 8 minutes right now. I guess I should stay in spirit. Here is this little piece of amethyst that I'm sure it's amethyst. Because it said amethyst, but it's not amethyst for me. It doesn't feel like amethyst. I don't know what it is. It feels like colored glass, but it claims to be amethyst. That's what it said, so I'll treat it like amethyst if I have nothing else to use. What is this, cotton candy something? No, a purple obsidian. It reminds me of cotton candy, though. I use it for the crown chakra. Here is purple goldstone. We got this in New York at Sticks, Stones, and Bones. It's on Charles Street. My mom, my brother, and me all got one. This is blue obsidian from the same store I love to scry with this. And I'm running out of time, so I'm going to make a part 2 to show you some more things. Thank you for watching, and I'll be right back.